before you start, I'm just going to scroll up and try and. Adam had sent out a thing like right at the start of the news chat, I think, just talking about what you might ask me about. So I just want to be prepared.
Oh, yeah. I normally go off script because I don't listen to Adam.
Okay, all right. Hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's all good, man. We got this. I mean, like, following scripts is okay, but I know the basic general questions that you should ask when it comes to these kind of interviews. The main point of this is for everybody to get to know you as a person, a battler, and all that jazz, and so, you know, should be all good. But anyway, I've already started recording, so good day, jabronis, the Big 29, back with you again, and this is my final interview. Don't know if it's going to come up with my final interview. Final interview I have to do for the season for UBC, so I'm stoked because honestly, I suck at editing, so doing these is always a pain, but I am more than happy to be joined by my final guest. Now this man, I haven't known him for that long, but I'm excited to see what he can do this season, so... You know what I just realized? I don't even know what your team name is. It's the Baltimore... No, it's the, Baltimore Oriolus?
That's right.
Bingo, cool. Coach of the Baltimore Oriolus, we have CJ here.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me, bud.
Alright, so... Let's just crack into just the easy stuff, get it out of the way. I'm just going to shoot off a bunch of questions, answer them however you feel. Do you have a YouTube channel? If so, what are the main things you upload? And how much experience do you have in this counter-team format?
Yeah, so I do have a YouTube channel. The username is ChoiceCJ, and I've only been uploading videos to it for a few weeks now, but it was a good way for me to get introduced to competitive battling. UBC is going to be my second competitive battling league, but it's actually going to be the first time where I draft my own team. The first league that I was in, I was kind of a substitute for someone who wasn't able to participate. So I've gotten some battling experience at this point, but I don't have any drafting experience. So this is all going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see how it shakes out.
How did you feel with obviously like it was tough for you because you came into a league where you basically just had a team that somebody gave you. It wasn't the best team. It was very had a lot of common weaknesses, and you were able to change it up and made it pretty effective. And at the time, I think your first battle was against Ryan, who was like on a freaking huge win streak, and you gave him the best run for his money that he's had to season to that date. How do you feel about the just competitive battling style? Obviously, the team hasn't been good, but do you feel like you're starting to understand how the competitive battling scene is working?
Yeah, I do, and as you said, it's the team that I have. It's fun, but it's not my team, and so I've mainly focused on just doing a lot of learning in this season, and it hasn't translated to a ton of wins yet, but I do still feel confident in my abilities as a battler after the few weeks in my league, and so I'm really hoping that translates into the UBC. I can try and I want a large diversity of Pokemon on my team that can fulfill multiple roles, that can work as good wall breakers and good revenge killers and good walls. My team is just not as well-rounded right now, and so I'm hoping that I can take that into consideration in this draft.
That's fair enough. Now, focusing on the next draft, everybody has their own certain play styles. Like for myself, I'm very semi-stall. For Adam, it's cancer stall. For others, it's hyper offense. What kind of play style appeals to you when you think of creating a team?
I feel like I'm not I would describe myself as more offensive, but more of a bulky offensive style. The hyper offensive style where you are sacrificing Pokemon isn't really for me. I like to preserve things as much as possible, but I don't enjoy as much having to recover stall or PP stall or things like that. So somewhere between bulky offense and semi-stall, I guess, but maybe closer to offense a little bit. I really love having the firepower and being able to have the opponent on the back foot, so that way, they're the one that's under pressure.
That's good. So, heading into the draft, clearly a lot of people, they have certain plans that they work on for weeks, and then it's all just crushed horribly in the draft. Are you one of these people that is going into the draft with a set plan that you want to follow?
I have more or less a format that I'd like to follow. I'm expecting that within the first 1 to 2 rounds, it's going to be pretty much ruined. But the nice thing is the way that I've planned, there's multiple Pokemon that can fill the roles that I'd like to have on my team, and they come from multiple different tiers. So I'll try and stick to my strategy. If it gets to the point where it's just too unrealistic to keep with my initial plan, I'll probably switch to a strategy of just getting as much value out of every pick as I can. So just taking mons that I think are underrated or that have dropped a couple of rounds, just like how in a professional sports league, if you're in your fantasy league, you always want to take a person who's dropped just because of, for whatever reason, but they are going to provide you with a lot of value. So that might end up being the way that I finish the draft, just with value picks.
Totally understand that, man. That's definitely a good way to look at it. So I guess I've got a couple of questions to go, and then I think next time we'll see you will be after you've drafted, I'm assuming, an amazing team. But let's just break into some more questions. You don't know too many of the people. Like, you know a few, but you don't know too many of the people in the UBC. From what you know so far, who are you looking forward to facing?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me hop into our chat list here and see who I'm really looking forward to. I just had, I don't know when this video is going up, but I did just have a match against RG the Awesome, and that match didn't go exactly as I had planned, so I'm looking forward to exacting some revenge on him. J-Specs, actually, I'll be playing in my other league very soon here, and he seems like a really great guy and a very someone who just wants to help other people. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the skills that he and I can match against one another. For everyone else, you're in the league and that I'm in now, and so is Jack. But everyone else I'm not too familiar with. Adam, I guess, also is he's a guy who I really have my eye on, because as you said, he's got a very particular style that he likes, and he beat me pretty bad, and so I'm looking forward to a chance to try a new strategy against him.
Well, he was runner-up in the first season of the UBC, so he's definitely got some good form behind him.
I think I know who
everyone knows who the champion is, CJ. Let's be honest. Everyone knows who the champion is.
Yeah, you're gonna have a target on your back, man.
I always have a target on my back, but I don't mind. So that brings me to my next question. Out of all the people that you see there, obviously you're excited to play a few of them. Is there anybody you're not looking forward to facing? Like, you kind of already, not even seeing a draft, but knowing the person, you're not really looking forward to doing a battle against them?
I wish I could say that there's someone who I'm not looking forward to playing against, but I just can't say anything like that at this point. I'm just not quite educated enough on who all these people are. I have a feeling that after we've been in that draft room for 2 to 3 hours next week, I'll definitely have an idea of who I'm trying to dodge and who I'm going to be praying for hacks against. Just to, either just as the only way of winning, or as just trying to give them what they deserve.
That's fair enough. I've been there many times before, so I can understand that thought process. No, I got one last question for you, CJ. You've been a fantastic little guest here for this interview. I feel like people have learned a lot about you, but I have one final question, probably the most important question, I feel, because this kind of tells me who you are as a person, because a lot of people have answered this question a bit differently, so I'm curious to hear what you want to say. So, who do you feel is going to be the Season 2 champion of the UBC?
Well, obviously I'm hoping that it's me. And, I haven't quite shown the results to back that up yet, but I feel pretty good that, I know, if I can get kind of into my opponent's head a little bit and try and understand what it is that they're trying to do, I'm pretty good at making the appropriate move based on that. Once I get a few more battles under my belt and I get a little bit more comfortable, then I can really, just stay out of my own way, not make silly mistakes.
Busy, mom, just wait.
What's about? Say that again?
Oh no, it's just someone was trying to interrupt. It's all good. Keep going.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, I've got high expectations for myself. But otherwise, I think you just kind of have to look at the people who've been there before and have demonstrated that they have what it takes to make it to the top. So folks like yourself and Adam, and I know RG's also shown some results.
RG was in the semi-finals, so yeah, definitely good.
Everyone else has as well, but I just don't know enough about everyone else's experience. So we'll see if I can prove myself to be on the same level as you guys. I'm really hoping that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, it's always hard to tell at this point of the season because nobody's drafted, there haven't been any battles. But I think just doing these interviews, it helps people understand like who you are as a battler, who you are as maybe a YouTuber, so they can get on board with you and just, follow you through this crazy experience that we do in the UBC. But I, for one, I'm obviously very confident in myself winning yet again, but you are somebody that I'm looking forward to facing because I've never faced you before. I have no idea what your playstyle is really. Even though I've seen you in the Orange League, I have no idea as to what your playstyle is. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to battling, but I think the big thing for me is I'm looking forward to see how you draft because that tells me a lot about a person and how they battle. So I think, I don't know, I feel the people at home sitting on their laptops and iPads, they're keen to see as well what you have to offer because you are a bit of an enigma when it comes to the UBC. We haven't seen you here before. There's a few people like that, but you're one of the people I'm looking forward to seeing. So
sweet. Well, thanks. It means a lot to hear that from you, and hope I don't let you down.
Nobody ever lets me down unless they're called Adam the Bee's Knees. # Bee's Knees fail. Anyway, that's going to do it for us, guys. Make sure you check out all of the interviews from all the coaches so you can get an idea of who is going to be in the UBC season. The draft is coming up very soon, so make sure that you guys go check it out. I don't know if we're streaming it. I can't remember. Adam will let you know about that. But definitely be around checking out draft picks. Make sure you also go check out CJ's channel. He's only been on YouTube for a little bit, but already he's doing really solid content, so you should definitely go check him out. And also check out everybody in the UBC because we're all a big, happy family. That's going to do it for us, though, guys. This is CJ, the coach of the Baltimore Oriolus, heading into Season 2 of the UBC. Best of luck, my friend.
Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, everyone check out my channel. I'm sure you'll like it.
Alright. Well, we out this bitch. You guys have a solid day.